TV Crazy Man here.
He's taken over my mind.
In this video, I look at some funny and amazing goofs from the classic TV series Quantum Leap that ran from 1989 to 1993. So let's take a trip back in time to one of the most successful time travel shows ever. In the very first episode, I wonder why Al looks like he's standing in a wind tunnel, as if he were actually on the plane with Sam. Isn't he supposed to be inside a holographic chamber in the future projecting into the past as a hologram?
Never mind.
Also, I wonder if Sam's leaps have any effects on words because the ones on this plane seem to be backwards.
Now that is insane.
It does seem that there's something wrong with this timeline, as Air Force seems to be written backwards on Sam's helmet as well.
Oh boy.
In this timeline, assistant is apparently spelled with 4 S's. Well, from now on, whenever I misspell a word, I'm going to blame it on time travelers. I wonder how that little baby pig was so clean in all that mud.
Sometimes you just get lucky, that's all.
It's interesting that Sam's reflection is wearing glasses in this scene and he isn't. You ever notice that sometimes Al leaves a shadow on the ground despite being an invisible hologram?
Take that back. No.
And sometimes Sam's reflections aren't always the person he's leaped into. I suppose it's possible that Al's shadow gets projected across time as well, and that's why it pops up from time to time. You know, sometimes you just can't trust a dead guy to stay still in a scene like he's supposed to.
Claridge's wife, and this is his butler.
You gotta be kidding. He has fun all the time. Not even me. Well, there's a news flash. Between funds.
Well, it's either a time loop or that girl has a twin. You know, Sam Beckett shouldn't be able to bump into Al, but maybe there's more to being a hologram than we know of.
Oh, boy.
That's not your t-shirt.
Here's another weird, unexplained time anomaly. The dog has pulled the plate of food off the counter, but in the next second the plate of food is back.
Hold her face. Get it back, boy. That's not your t-shirt.
Is Ziggy sure about this?
Well, as sure as he ever is about anything.
Al, I can't be a biker.
Al's clothes are blowing in the wind again.
Where's your sense of adventure? Don't you know what it feels like?
Sam is driving a rich guy around back in 1962, but at least a few of those cars in the background must have been pulled back into time from the 70s and 80s. Perhaps there was more effects to time from the Quantum Leap project than we realized.
That's impossible.
Oh, boy.
Can life get any worse than this?
Sam's reflecting his own image again instead of the person that he leaped into.
I'm gonna put you on this end of the barn.
The cuffs fall off the actress, but she and Scott Bakula appear to be pretending that the cuffs are still on to finish the scene. It looks like she's just holding the cuff in her hand.
Perfect.
You are a genius.
Now you see the comb, and now you don't. Is it magic? Or did he just drop it?
Oh, you think that's fun?
There's someone trying to sneak out of the room, seen in the mirror. Can't be Al because he wouldn't be sneaking, and holograms aren't supposed to have reflections.
Now that is insane.
Scary, isn't it?
Why are we all being honest here?
Check out the lava lamp. Whenever the camera's on Sam, the lava isn't moving. And whenever it's not on Sam, the lava's floating all around. In this scene, you can see the smoke from Al's cigar before you hear the imaging chamber door open, which was always the signal that Al had arrived. Now, if that henchman was played by Stallone, he would have told Bakula to hit him for real. Of course, that could be the reason why Stallone ended up in a hospital during the filming of Rocky IV, but still.
I can stop the assassination. If Oswald really was the assassin.
Was Al reading Sam's mind here? Because Sam wasn't moving his lips when he says the line, "I could stop the assassination."
I can stop the assassination. If Oswald really was the assassin.
Oh well, Sam was a really smart guy. It could have been ventriloquism. Ventriloquism? Well, you know what I mean.
Oh boy.
Also in that episode, Al's casting a shadow again, this time on top of Sam. In this scene, those cars are kind of small, but I definitely don't think they're from 1963. The trucks I'm not so sure about. On a side note, this episode and the episode where Sam leaps into Elvis Presley is a couple of my favorite episodes of the entire series.
Where is everybody else?
I think they may have had to cut some corners on the 5th season because that's definitely a fake background. Now who's that reflecting in the window, I wonder? In this scene, Sam is trying to escape from prison. You can see an unexplained hand holding some kind of device on your left-hand side.
Oh boy.
In the episode, Goodbye Norma Jean, set in the year 1960. Sam is driving Marilyn Monroe down the street, but in the background you can see where they blocked the traffic to do the scene. But all the vehicles that are stopped look like they're more from the 70s and 80s than they would be from 1960. Here's one from the Alfred Hitchcock Hour with a very young Dean Stockwell from Quantum Leap. Talk about parking too close to somebody, come on! Well, at least somebody moved back so Dean could walk through. But can you imagine somebody having the nerve to park that close to a cop car?
I'd rather not.
I can't end this video without paying respect to Dean Stockwell. Sadly, he passed away on November 7, 2021 at the age of 85. His acting career spanned 7 decades. Without him and Scott Bakula, of course, Quantum Leap would likely not have achieved the lasting success it has. If you love time travel as much as I do and parodies, check out my latest animated video on Freddy Cat cartoons where Freddy Cat goes back into time to investigate Goofs from the world of the Flintstones that could destroy the space-time continuum. Now, I'm not going to say anything about the new Quantum Leap. You know the saying, if you don't have anything nice to say, well, I mean, it does have Ernie Hudson going for it. I mean, there's that. But I will say that having Quantum Leap without Sam Beckett is like having the Lone Ranger without the Lone Ranger. And that's just, for starters, a complaint instead I'm not going to get into. But anyways. Thanks so much for watching this video, and please comment. Let me know what you thought about the video. Hit like and subscribe if you haven't already. Have a great day.